That will definitely make sure no one can and will steal your thunder. And that's what Carissa shared. Now, going to my third child, my second daughter. Her name is Paula Grace. She's now 23 years old. She graduated with bachelor's degree in business management, major in marketing at Assumption College. All her college life, she managed to live independently inside the school's dormitory. She has worked at Coca-Cola under the Club Happiness program, where she was accepted while she was still in school, a graduating student. Eventually was hired by Coke as a revenue specialist under marketing intelligence, and moved also to the national events as an officer. After a year, she resigned and decided to pursue into her dream of having her own business, and at the same time pursued in the insurance industry, which she was doing then when she was still in third year college. Just last 3 weeks ago, Paula was one of the awardees in sales and has been excelling as a financial advisor. She is also currently operating 2 condo units in BGC under Airbnb and plans to expand it to 5 units. And she finds it that mas kumikita yata ako sa'yo. 2 months ago, she was offered by a job by an events and advertising company where she accepted as public relations and project manager. Young as she is at 23, Paula is living her dreams and pursuing her aspiration. Again, back in Shikina, Paula was also an average student, not like their kuya. One of the highlights I can't forget, she would always join the elocution contest and see her big eyes just speak and hands move as she delivered her lines. Not every year she would win, but she would always keep going and join the annual activity. Today, she has used the skill of public speaking in her sales and marketing engagement, and she is so effective. And she is the naughtiest among the siblings. Taught by Paula to Shikina, and she said, Shikina has taught me the value of discipline and being disciplined. It was an uncomfortable journey, but it helped me become the best version of myself. For that, I am so grateful for Shikina. Our youngest, Olivia Carril, as she finishes soon, grade 10, we believe God has so much in store for our bunso in her next journey to grade 11 and beyond. Like her other siblings, she was also joining elocution contests, sports, and choir, and she was proud to have joined the student convention and has garnered awards also like her other classmates. One thing I've noticed, she would always be passionate about her craft, no matter how small it may be. She is very good in multimedia skills. We see her mold of her siblings, a dreamer, a fighter, and as early as now, she wanted also to become an accountant as God would lead her. A quote by Karil about Shikina, and she said, Shikina has taught me values, morals, and some rules that are ridiculous and hard to live by. But those are the things that made me who I am today. This school has given me so much memories because of all the teachers, friends, and lessons I've learned in Shikina that I will always keep close to my heart. To summarize, indeed it is a blessing to look back and count each answered prayer one by one and see what God has done. Our children are still work in progress. Life is a cycle. Time will come, they too will have their own family, like what we have. And they will do the same on what we did to them, and will pass it on to the next generation. As parents, we are the extension of God's hands. We are the stewards of our children. There is no amount of work, overtime, work recognition, or title whether you're a vice president that can compensate on the lost time of not being spent with them. As they grow up, especially with the school activities that requires our presence. Parents, our children now lives in a generation of virtual reality, artificial intelligence, the pressure of social media, gadgets, and this becomes a detriment to their moral fibers as they grow up. Social media becomes their quick source and easy access of unlimited information. A self-centered generation where everyone claims for entitlement, where the Facebook becomes a platform to feed the self, measured by the number of likes, and the Instagram by the number of followers. The enemy is like a roaring lion waiting for an opportunity to devour. In 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8, if we don't properly guide and scrutinize what our children are doing, we will find them soon faltering in their moral foundation. Parents, we cannot redeem time. Sooner or later, they will be out by their own. What have we done as parents? Our children's decision-making and destiny is dependent on how we have planted the right seeds, raised, mentored, and trained them. What are they made of? We are accountable to God. In Proverbs 29 verse 17, discipline your children and they will give you peace. They will bring you the delights you desire. Who our children has now become is a result of Shekinah's persistence, discipline, and love in molding godly character in them. To me and Gigi, the years spent was more than worth. We become better parents with our better children. All we can say, Lord, thank you for Shekinah. It was 23 years of blessed journey with the school teachers and my family. In Matthew chapter 10 verse 30, the very hairs on your head are all numbered. These very strands of white hairs in my head are testament of God's faithfulness in our family. I am sure you, parents, have your own story to tell about your children with Shekinah. And lastly, to our Shekinah students, most of the graduating class, I say this to you. God has the success blueprints of your life. Find your passion and work out your dreams. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. So go find it. And as you journey, don't forget your survival kit. Live integrity and combine it with character. It's all you need. And in closing, let's pray for Shekinah Christian Training Center that God will continue to use this school a breeding ground for future leaders. Thank you, and dear parents, may I request everyone to stand and thank our Shekinah teachers and the school by giving them a loud applause for being selfless teachers. The silent parents of our children, and for doing an excellent job. These teachers are never recognized, but today, in this anniversary, we'd like to thank you for raising our children so well. We may sit down. To all the teachers, thank you, and we love you. Have a jolly evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Huyong. Did we mention